done up to this point, and we're headed at this point. And my name is Jack Douglas with PacketStorm. So the three organizations that are associated with IPMX would be AIMS, AMWA, and the VSF. So I chair this group along with Jean Lapierre from Matrox. IPMX is the Internet Protocol Media Experience. It's a series of technical recommendations which are TR10 documents. There are 14 of them in all. They allow you to do compressed and uncompressed video, audio, and data, and they can be carried over IP networks for the Pro AV market. So this is 2110, but for a Pro AV kind of a market. So it's much simpler, much easier to implement, does not require all the complexities of 2110. These are the companies that are associated with IPMX that are participating in this activity group. We meet each week on Tuesdays at 8 a.m. Now these are the series of standards that we have created. So we've really completed all 14 of them. We're now beginning to look at the test plan to how to formally run tests, and we could even have outside test houses run this test plan. So we're kind of building up to that point. So if you look on this, you'll see that there are things that are published. There are some that are still in draft because we want to verify those things that have not had the published status in a test event. And we're going to be having one of those coming up in March, the 24th of March, that week. So we've had a Dirty Hands workshop. There was a implementation testing event in January of 24, and we're going to be having this IPMX tested event, which people would receive a badge from. It'll be in March. And the things that you see there in that last column that are in green, which would be TR0, which is the organization of the document, the system timing definitions, which is TR10-1, TR10-2, which is video, would be tested, TR10-3, which is audio, and then we're going to be testing NMOS, as we've just talked about here a lot, and we're going to be testing the minimum requirements, which is TR10-9, and then constant bitrate compressed video, which would be TR10-11. Those are the things that are going to be focused on during this March event. So if you go to the VSF website, the new one, you'll see all these all published up there. It lists all of them. You can download them for free. And you can see all the details of those documents. There are also some Wireshark dissectors for some of the protocols that are associated with this. So just kind of reviewing where we have been and how we're going to be getting to the future for IPMX, we did have this Dirty Hands workshop, which was at the NFL facility in March of 2023. And you can see the companies there, Intupix, Magnica, Matrox, Mindberg, Nextera, PacketStorm, and PBE Technologies Group all participated in that. This is what it looked like. Then we had an implementation event that was in Germany. And this was sponsored by Matrox. This was in Munich. And what we did was test out a number of the TRs to verify that everything was correct. If everything passed, then we published it at the output of that. You can see here Cobalt, Evertz AV, Intupix, Magnica, Matrox, Netgear, Nextera, Ideas, and PacketStorm all participated in this event. And this is what it looked like. Okay, so now we have this event coming up in March, the week of the 24th of March. It is going to be at Evertz in Burbank, not too far from here, March 24th to the 28th. And what we're going to do is validate TR10-0, and we're going to be looking at all these core documents. TR10-1, timing and definitions, TR10-2, which would be uncompressed video, TR10-3, which is PCM audio, TR10-8, which is NMOS requirements, and that's also going to include the IS11, which is the NMOS stream capability management. TR10-9, which are the requirements from a system standpoint, and constant bit rate video. This is going to provide then a snapshot of where the vendors are at this point in the industry. We're following much the same kind of thing as we did with JTN&M in 2110, right? We kind of built up more and more tests, brought in more and more people, began to give badges and things like out for it, and that's the same kind of path we're following for this. So this is going to increase the likelihood that IPMX devices will interoperate. Also, at this event then, if you participate, you're an active participant in it, you will have an early adopter badge that you will receive. And this is an acknowledgement that you participated in this, and these badges can be displayed in their booths at, say, for example, NAB. So we're going to do this just before NAB. And they can then show this also to their customers. So people who will be participating in here would be Cobalt, Evertz AV, Intupix, Matrox, Meinberg, Nextera Deus, PacketStorm, PB Technologies, and Plexus AV. Now, from a trade show standpoint, in 2024, we had a number of places, ISE, NAB, Las Vegas, Infocom in Vegas, and IBC in Amsterdam, where IPMX was discussed and displayed and talked about with all the various companies. So there was one in 2025, which was in Barcelona at ISE, and these are some pictures from that. So at NAB this year, there's going to be a big promotion for IPMX. They're trying to make NAB be the ISE in the US for IPMX. So we're going to announce this early adopter badges and who has received those. We're going to be working with the NAB to promote IPMX, the NAB to make IPMX a major focus in the market, become, again, as I just stated, the ISE of the US, and sponsor IPMX training sessions. And then there's going to be 16 presentations at the IP Showcase that are going to be on IPMX. So it's going to be a really big event there for IPMX. And that's all that I have, and we will probably have another event in August for testing. Okay? Any questions?